And we're back with part 3 of the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock. So I love this stanza. My favorite stanza, it's a great stanza. No, I am not Prince Hamlet, nor was meant to be. Am an attendant lord, one that will do to swell a progress. Start a scene or two. Advise the prince, no doubt. An easy tool. Deferential, right? Deferring to authority, deferring to people, not a leader at all. Glad to be of use. Politic. Now what's politic mean? If someone is politic, they're not being authentic or genuine. They're saying what they think they should say for the crowd around them. If someone is politic, right, like a politician, and the word has a lot of shades of meaning and origins, it means that if someone is politic, they're always worried about what others think. They're choosing their words to think about the effect those words have on other people and how other people receive them. They're not speaking from the heart. They're not speaking as a person, as themselves. Politic, cautious, and meticulous, right? This is not somebody who speaks off the cuff and you know, a little reckless, interesting. Nope, they're politic, cautious, meticulous. Full of high sentence, but a bit obtuse. Speaking boldly, but not to be understood, right? Full of high sentence, that means it sounds good, right? We're still sort of in the world of Hamlet here, but we know plenty of people like this. I especially know many in higher education. Full of high sentence, but a bit obtuse. People who sound so smart, but you really not really sure what they're saying. That's what obtuse is. That's what obtuse is. And, full of high sentence, but a bit obtuse. Sounds good. Who knows what they're really saying? At times, indeed, almost ridiculous. Almost at times, the fool. Now, fool is good, actually. Fool in the context of Shakespeare. The fool was wise. The fool character was funny. The fool was the one character that could tell the king the truth because it was in the form of humor. So it's good to be the fool. But no, Prufrock is not the fool, right? Almost at times the fool, but not quite that wise and funny. Doesn't quite tell it like it is. He remains politic. I grow old, I shall wear the bottoms of my trousers rolled. Why is he rolling his trousers? They getting longer? He's getting shorter. He's getting shorter with age. And then we get into the heavy decisions of life. Shall I part my hair behind to cover up his bald spot? Do I dare eat a peach? I shall wear white flannel trousers and walk upon the beach. He doesn't want anyone seeing his legs. White flannel trousers on the beach? I have heard the mermaids singing each to each. He hears the beautiful mermaids singing each to each. I do not think they will sing to me. Poor Prufrock. Really, I don't have a lot of sympathy for Prufrock. I do, you know, I don't think he's terrible. He's not bad. He doesn't hurt anybody. But dude, come on. I have seen them riding seaward on the waves, combing the white hairs of the waves blown back. When the wind blows, the water white and black. We have lingered in the chambers of the sea by sea girls wreathed with seaweed, red and brown, till human voices wake us. And we drown. So I think at the end here he's having a dream, right? He dreams. He sees the mermaids. Mermaids are pretty attractive women, you know, usually topless. Combing the white hair of the waves blown back. When the wind blows, the water white and black. We have lingered in the chambers of the sea by sea girls weathered with seaweed red and brown, till human voices wake us. And we drown. So he may dream of swimming with mermaids, but it was just a dream. When he wakes up, he drowns back into his own indecisiveness. So if we do want to put this in some historical context, you know, we saw in ragtime, people like Father thought that the Victorians, many Victorian men especially, thought humans were perfectible through science and thought and art and literature, mostly science. In industry, we can perfect human, and we can get life so good. Of course, we know from our studies of ragtime, it was good for a few people. Thank you, Mr. Morgan and Carnegie, but pretty rotten for a lot of people. Anyway, but World War I comes along, and we realize we turn all our science and all our machines on each other. And there was one day in World War I when over 20,000 French soldiers were killed. One day, 20,000 French soldiers killed. So Europe was just ripped to shreds in World War I. We got in late. Many Americans did die in World War I, but it did not tear our country up like it did that continent. Many dead person from war is bad enough. Anyway, so there we have T.S. Eliot's The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. A poem about an ordinary man who finds extraordinary ways to convince himself to not act, to not move forward, to not be in the fight, right? This is the opposite of Teddy Roosevelt, who, we're just moving out of the Roosevelt period here, who was about being in the action, right? Victorian men in the action. This is a man who is indecisive. This is a man who does not have to move, does not know how to move through the world. This is a man who cannot even talk to women at a dinner party for fear of misunderstanding what they say. He is paralyzed by indecision. Is this what anxiety is? Is this what writer's block is? Is he letting perfect get in the way of good here? That's an expression I think I've heard. May have messed it up there. I find this poem, frankly, one of the most inspiring poems I've ever read. Not because I aspire to indecision, but I aspire away from Prufrock, right? Believe you me. I've spent plenty of times in my life Prufrocking it up, right? Trying to be politic, trying to be careful. Should I do that? Should I talk to her? Should I not talk to her? I'll take a step forward. I'll take a step back. I'll just think about it some more. There's time and time again for more vision and revision again. Believe me, I've been there. You've been there, I'm sure. If you haven't, you're probably, well, it's a very human thing to do, but it's not always good. It's good to stop and be thoughtful, right? We're not talking about impulse here. I'm not advocating impulse, but I am advocating taking some risks. I am advocating breaking a few eggs to make an omelet, as they say. Don't Prufrock, right? And I can't tell you, I look forward to this poem. I'm kind of jazzed by it, as you can tell, because it is inspiring. It inspires me to not be J. Alfred Prufrock. It inspires me to be a little more me. It inspires me to give things a little special sauce. And you know what? People like it, right? People like a character. I could roll through PowerPoints for you here and teach you the background of every allusion in this poem. Yeah, I could do that. I could do it in a monotone voice, and you might fall asleep, and it would be good, because if you're tired, you want to fall asleep. But come on, I try to dial it up. I dial it up. Always dial it up. Give it the special sauce. Prufrock, he's got no sauce, right? Prufrock is not, he is an attendant lord. He is not even the main character in his own play. So very good poem. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you remember it. I hope you have a moment in life when you're like, you know what? I'm not Prufrocking up on this. Maybe you want to ask somebody out. That's a good one, right? Maybe you want to do something a little different in an essay you're writing for class, because, you always just write the safe essay. You've been writing the same way since 9th grade, since your English teacher put an A on your paper. No. Take a chance, right? Take a chance. Be bold. Be bold. Don't be a Prufrock, right? Don't be a Prufrock.